Inside the Deck is brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com, sellers of Magic the Gathering and many other card and board games. GatheringMagic.com, #1 resource on Magic the Gathering, strategy, and culture.
I'm Noah Bradley. I've been working on Magic for about 2.5 years now. My first cards came out in M13, and pretty much every set since then I've had at least a couple of cards in, and they're still keeping me pretty busy, so Theros is full of my stuff, and sets after that will be too. I got into art at a very young age. I've always sort of drawn and painted, but the thing is I never wanted to do it professionally. I always wanted to be an amateur. I wanted to draw and paint on the side, and actually just wanted to be a computer programmer. I loved making video games, so I studied programming. I made my own little video games. My first game was a little RPG. It was fun. But at a certain age, about 18, I sort of did a little looking at my life and decided that art was going to be the most difficult, eternally challenging thing that I could find to do. And so I went ahead and just went for that. And then it took me about 5 years of schooling and practice to get to that professional level, to get to that level where I could actually make a living at this stuff. And at that point I figured, you know, maybe I did make the right decision in choosing art. I tend to work digitally. Almost all my work is digital these days, but that's mainly because of time constraints. Some of my first Magic work was actually done traditionally. They're these giant oil paintings, and they're wonderful and gorgeous, and I wish I had time to do every Magic painting that way. I sadly don't. I do have some in Theros that will come out that actually are original paintings, which is wonderful. If I was on a desert island and I only had one medium, I would still go with oils, because I just love them. My first Magic card was actually 5 cards. My first commission was 5 whole cards. The art director got me to do a set of basic land. Not all of them have been published yet, but yeah, so I had a huge job to start with. Usually when an art director will start out with an artist, they'll give them 1 or maybe 2 cards. So getting 5 cards for my first round was terrifying and wonderful. I tend to pull a lot of my inspiration actually from my travels. I spend quite a bit of time traveling overseas, and I do a lot of hiking and whatnot, camping. I actually just got back from Iceland, and so I do this stuff because I tend to paint so many environments, so many landscapes, that actually going and seeing these beautiful places in the world really helps my work, and that's where I pull a lot of it from. Aside from that, I do a lot of reading. I watch a ton of movies, which obviously I pull from, and yeah, and from all my other artists, honestly. I steal from all of them. My favorite Magic card that I've done is sadly not one that's been printed. It's an online-only card, so it can never actually be printed. So I did a repaint of Moat, and I'm very happy with it. The art director sent me a very nice email afterwards. It's probably a little too profane of language to use on camera, but it was a wonderful email to get. So that was probably my most proud card, and then probably my second most I can't tell you about. Working for Magic has been amazing. They are a wonderful, wonderful client. It really doesn't get a lot better in the industry than working on Magic. We're well paid, the fan base is huge, and the fan base loves the artist. We're paid fast too, and the assignments are so much fun, and honestly it's just a blast to work on Magic.